Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about what happened in Japan. SB19 brought their I Was There Thanksgiving Fanmeet to Japan last August 18, and the performance set was an absolute roller coaster. They didn't waste any time. They opened with Visa, followed by Gento and Dungka, three songs that immediately brought the energy up. Then just when we thought we were ready for more, SB19 completely switched the mood and gave us Time, Liham, and Wakas. Yes, 18, they really said, let's make you emotional first. And then of course, they brought the fun back with Moonlight and I Want You, followed by their new track Lawless. And then they keep the energy going with Emoji, SLMT, Shooting for the Stars, Memories, and finally, their finale song, Crimzone. So let's break down some of the highlights because the set list had everything. The performance started with Visa, and honestly, this was the perfect opening. From the very first moment, SB19 immediately established the energy for the night. The attitude, the confidence, the choreography, the vocals, everything about Visa's screams were here. Instead of slowly building up the show, SB19 came out ready to give Japan the full experience, and 18, we were immediately locked in. And if you thought Visa was already enough, Gento, this is where the energy went to another level. Gento is one of those songs that instantly gets people moving. The beat, choreography, and signature SB19 performance style makes it such a powerful live song. And hearing that iconic Gento energy in a Japanese venue, absolutely insane. The member stage presence really shines here, and you can feel how much confidence they've developed as performers. But SB19 wasn't finished. They followed Gento with Dungka, and this point, this sequence was already giving us one powerful performance after another. Dungka brought another flavor to the set, energetic, catchy, and full of personality. The combination of Visa, Gento, Dungka was such a strong way to start because it immediately showcased SB19's performance power. And then they decided to hurt our feelings. After all that energy, SB19 suddenly brought us into a completely different atmosphere with Time, and this transition was everything. The intensity of opening disappeared, and suddenly we're sitting there listening to SB19 deliver a much more emotional performance. Time gave the members a chance to let their vocals and emotions take center stage. This was the moment when you just stop screaming and start feeling. And then came Liham, a song that already carries so much emotion, but hearing it performed live makes it even more powerful. The beauty of Liham is in its sincerity, it's intimate, it's heartfelt, and it feels like a message being shared directly between SB19 and 18. After the explosive opening, this was such a beautiful change of pace, but then Wakas, 18, we were not ready. Time, Liham, Wakas, why would they do this to us? Wakas completed that emotional sequence perfectly. It carried that feeling of reflection, closure, and everything that comes with looking back on a journey. And after three emotional songs back to back, everyone needed a moment, but SB19 wasn't going to let us stay sad for too long because then Moonlight, suddenly the entire atmosphere changes again. Moonlight brought back the fun feeling. After the emotional trio, this was the perfect song to lift everyone's spirit. The performance felt lighter and more playful, giving the audience a chance to enjoy SB19 in a completely different mood. From crying to smiling, that's SB19's for you. Then came I Want You, and this was definitely the moment for SB19 charisma to shine. The song has that confident, playful energy that makes it such a fun performance to watch. This is where you really appreciate the member stage presence, the expression, the attitude, the confidence, the way they perform the song. 18, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then Lawless, this was one of the performances I was especially excited about because it's one of the SB19's newer track. Lawless shows another side of the group. It's bold, it's intense, it's powerful, and it feels like we're seeing SB19 step confidently into another chapter. The energy of the song makes it perfect for the stage, and watching the members perform it live really highlights their growth as performers. New song, new energy, same SB19 power. Then we got Emoji. After the intensify of Lawless, Emoji brought the fun right back. It's catchy, playful, and full of personality. This is the kind of song where you can't help but smile and move along with it. And after all the emotional moments earlier, we definitely needed this. Next, we have SLMT. So this song couldn't be more appropriate for a Thanksgiving fun meet. SLMT is about gratitude, and this whole event is ultimately about saying thank you, SB19 to 18 and 18 back to SB19. After everything they've been through together, performing this song in Japan makes the moment even more meaningful. It's not just a song, it's a reminder of the journey, the support, the love, and all the people who continue to believe in SB19. Then came Shooting for the Stars. This is one of the songs that celebrates SB19's journey. Think about it, a group that started with dreams of making it, now performing internationally and bringing their music to fans in Japan. That's literally shooting for the stars. The song carries that feeling of ambition, hope, and believing that there's always something bigger ahead. And honestly, SB19 is still reaching brighter and higher. Then came Memories, and this song felt like the perfect setup for the final stretch of the performance. Because after everything we've experienced during the fan meet, we're literally creating memories. The performances, the emotions, the laughter, the cheering, the connection between SB19 and 18. These are the moments fans remember long after concert ends. And that's what made memories so special. And finally, Crimzone 18. This was the way to end it. After taking us through every possible emotion, SB19 finished with one last explosion of energy. Crimzone brought back the intensified energy, powerful performance, strong vocals, rap, choreography, everything. It was the perfect way to send everyone home with that final burst of SB19 energy, and honestly, what a finale. So let's take a look at this setlist again. Visa, Gento, Dungka, then the emotional trio Time, Liham, Wakas, then Moonlight, I Want You, the new track Lawless, then Emoji, SLMT, Shooting for the Stars, Memories, and finally Crimzone. Aiden, this wasn't just a collection of songs, it was a whole emotional journey. SB19 started the night by giving us energy, then made us emotional, then made us smile, then introduced us to a new era, then reminded us about gratitude, dreams, and memories, and finally sent us home with Crimzone. From beginning to the end, this set list really showed the different sides of SB19, their power, vulnerability, playfulness, ambition, and connection with 18, and Japan got to experience all of it. So now I want to know from you, 18, which performance was your favorite? Was it the explosive Visa Gento Dungka's opening, the emotional Time Liham Wakas trio, the fun Moonlight and I Want You, the new Lawless, or the unforgettable Crimzone finale? Drop your favorite performance in the comments, and if you enjoyed this SB19 fan meet spiel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more SB19 content. Until the next video. Bye!